Welcome to another edition of Red Card Weekly. Here every week where we gather up, all three of us, talk about everything about soccer, Serie A, Champions League. Once again, introducing, to my I'm going to keep it for the end once again. To my right, dove siete tutti amici miei Juventini? Non vi trovo in nessuna parte. Steve Polillo. I am Vince. In Champions League quanto stress, ma non quando ho visto il gol di Mexes. Tavernese. And to my left, Guardiola, coach del Brazil? No, Stramaccioni. Francis Colochano. Welcome again, guys. Let's go through a couple of Serie A scores. Let's start off with the... no, you know what, we're going to keep that one for the end. We're going to keep that one for the end. You guys know what I'm talking about. Chievo 0, Siena 0, Atalanta 0, Genoa 1, Torino 2, Fiorentina 2, Sampdoria 1, Bologna 0, Pescara 0, Roma 1, Palermo 3, Catania 1, Milan 1, Juventus 0. Let me repeat that. Milan 1, Juventus 0. And guys, we got a couple of games tomorrow. Tomorrow we have Cagliari at home against Napoli. We have Parma at home against Inter. And then Tuesday, Lazio at home hosting Udinese. And Steve, you did a couple of calculations there?
Yeah, guys, the one-horse race is no more. If Inter and Naples win their games Monday and Tuesday, we will have Juve at 32 points, Inter at 31 points, Napoli at 30 points, and Fiorentina at 28 points. Guys, it's going to be tight.
Once again, we're talking about the most challenging and competitive league for us in Europe.
And guys, I have to say congratulations to Milan on a big win today. Thank you to Milan as an Inter fan. And I want to give some credit to Vince, to my right. Vince, congratulations. I think Tony Marinero's in trouble in terms of the Mies-Ogier predictions.
That's right, that's right.
Vince predicted a Napoli draw,
that's right,
an Anderlecht win, and the Milan win over Juve.
That's right.
Congratulations to Vince. That was a good parlay. I would have selected that.
I know you wouldn't have.
Good for you. So guys, let's get started with the Milan win today. 1-0 Juve. Wow. Milan came out that first half to play, and they pressured Juve all over the field. Did Juve expect that?
I don't think so, because the starting lineup of Juventus was not the strongest one. Let's be honest here. You had Isla playing right back, I believe. It wasn't there like, the team against Chelsea. All the respect, Milan is not nowhere near the quality of Chelsea, but Milan, I was happy in the first half. We did come out attacking. Yes, we're going to talk about that penalty given. Some people are saying c'era rigore, non c'era rigore. Look, this is the way we got to look at it. I think we all looked, the ball kind of hit over here on the side, but the way I said we were here, a couple of guys watching the Milan-Juve game, and I said it, I'm sorry, your hands cannot be in the air, in the box, when the ball is in the air. And it's as simple as that. And for the amount of stuff that's been going Juventus' way all throughout the season, you can't say anything.
It was a deserved win. Let's face it. I've been very critical of Milan all year. I wouldn't mind losing games if we would play like this all the time.
Yeah. The second half
we were a bit more negative.
Yeah.
But you have to say, like Francis said, the first half Milan really came out guns a-blazing. They ran at Juve, and I don't agree with that. I think Juve fielded the team that they had. Okay, they didn't have Chiellini. They had to do a little mix match with the defensive team. But I think Milan came out and they were aggressive, and they were going to come out aggressive. They're at home at San Siro.
Yeah.
Guys, I took down just a little bit of notes. Milan did win, but Boateng is very, very bad.
But guys, I want to talk about the positive. De Sciglio.
Wow. 20-year-old.
Yeah.
Matteo
Look
De Sciglio.
composed.
Fantastic.
He doesn't seem to be feel stressed when he's on the ball, when he's being pressurized. Doesn't just kick it to kick it. He's a very composed player.
Yeah, no, he definitely, he was playing, going there with the attacks, a couple of crosses, and he was defending very, very well. He was defending, not looking like a 20-year-old guy that's his first year starting for Milan.
Very, very annoying probably to play against.
Definitely.
Foot always in the right place, always getting a touch on the ball, disrupting the attacker. Guys, you have to give it also to Montolivo and Nigel De Jong today.
De Jong, very, very good. And you know what? For on the Juventus side, I found they weren't able to adapt themselves very well. I found guys like Vucinic and Quagliarella up in the front are not guys you need to cross to. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I felt that all game they were trying to take the ball down the sides and try to cross it in, where forse il top player della Juventus should have been better crossing, heading it in, as in Nicholas Bentner. But no answers from Juventus.
Yeah.
And
Juventus was trying to play centrally, and they were closing down. Milan, everybody, El Shaarawy.
How many
we
times
saw
did he
him
make
coming deep, defending. They were pressuring. They made Juve. I think this is the worst I've seen Juve play this year. And I think I'm going to give all credit to Milan that first half, especially that first half.
First half, yeah. The second half, we were a bit on the back of our heels and they were attacking, but we did Mariolino Yepes, fantastic and as defending. Zampata did a couple of moves good for Mexes. Even Mexes played very good enough. He got hurt there at the end, but definitely very good changes. Robinho, we created a bit of there. So.
If we could go to Juve for a second, guys, I think during the game, myself and Francis were talking. Guys, I haven't seen Marquisio and Vidal play this bad in a long time.
No, they look really bad. Do you think Marquisio needs a break now?
Marquisio needs a
It's
break.
a few games now that.
You know what? They could have put somebody else, but Marquisio, I think, even for Nacional, we were talking last week, always playing those 90 minutes. I think Marquisio just needs some time to relax. And definitely Juventus probably their worst game this year, because even though when they lost against you guys, they played a lot better than they played today.
Yeah. And again, guys, El Shaarawy didn't score. We looked very lively.
Very
so
dangerous
he's
on
a
the
big
counter.
game player.
Il Faraone.
All right. Elsewhere, Fiorentina against Torino. Twice, Fiorentina comes back down.
Yeah, Torino took the lead on the first shot of the game. Then on the kind of a lucky goal, guy tries to cross it in and the miscommunication. But Fiorentina, guys, no Jovetic. Aquilani, Povaret, Tangor, 10 minutes in, gets hurt.
Poor guy.
Then you have El Super Striker, Luca Toni, goes out of the game. And the Lilic is out as well. And you know what? They still managed. Helamdawi, very good change from Montel. Came in, a beautiful turn. I don't know if you guys saw that goal. A beautiful turn directly into the other corner. I don't want to say, Torino is a bad team or this and that, but Torino winning at 2-1, without those guys on Fiorentina should be able to close down the game a lot better. No?
That's what happens. That's why Torino is always floating at the bottom of the Serie A. It's because of games like this. You get the lead two times in the game, and your opponent is not at its best the whole game. You have to take home the 3 points. This 1 point, it's like 2 points lost for them.
Yeah, definitely.
Also elsewhere, Roma, back-to-back wins.
Yeah.
They beat Pescara unconvincingly. But it's a win.
Matteo Destro scores again and doesn't take off his shirt.
Doesn't take off his shirt. But you know what? We were talking the last couple of weeks about consistency. So it looks like they're on the right path, but still, it's only been 2 games. So Roma is capable. Are they capable to do it week in, week out?
Guys, let's underline something. Lamela, playing probably the best soccer of his life, he's out for a couple of weeks.
Yeah,
That's gonna hurt them.
That's gonna hurt them
in the long run.
Just a Francesco.
Elsewhere, the Derby of Sicily.
Yeah.
Che
minchia
L'arancia siciliana.
Nicoli's back. He scores again. He's the spark plug for that team.
Palermo è bello, ma non toccare il banano.
Guys, are you disappointed Catania didn't really show up for this one?
I'm disappointed because I have high points in the pool on Catania. They could have, but Francesco Lodi, mamma mia, che goal. He always seems to score on these free kicks, but you know what? It's always an entertaining game between those two. Il Derby de Sicilia. But I felt, guys, if you look at Palermo in the last couple of weeks, they were due for a win, especially after that horrendous display last week. So good for them because
that's what they needed.
They definitely needed that for the come si chiama, come si dice, motivational confidence.
All right, guys. So that's it for Serie A. It was a short week, not a lot of games. Let's go to Champions League. Most groups are settled. There's still a couple of groups that are not settled. But before that, guys, we have to talk about Adriano from Shakhtar. I'm sure everybody saw it over and over and over. Guys, what do you think about Adriano?
Vince, the mic is for you. Okay, the mic is for me.
No, you know what? Next
The
time,
mic is for me.
Next time you interrupt me.
The mic is for
yes,
me.
but when you interrupt me, can you do like just a little dun 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 dun? Arriva Steve, qui. Okay,
Guys, Adriano, oh my God. I have never seen something so idiotic in my life. He looked like someone who never played soccer before. It's stupid. Let's put it out there. We all agree that it's stupid. Every time someone falls on the floor, they kick the ball out, they kick the ball back.
But, which was going to bring into to my later one of my yellow cards. But why do you let the guy just walk in like that? What do you think he's going to take it for?
I think they were. No, I
you
think
think
they
he's
were
going to go
shocked.
off coffee with the?
It's a long time I've seen something like this. Like this.
It happened last year. It did happen last year in the Greek league. I remember seeing a video. The Greek. But you got to look at it both sides, guys. Is that what he did was despicable, but is it against the rules?
No, it's not against the rules.
it's not.
There's obviously no rules written about that. It's an unwritten rule.
But the guy from Shakhtar, if you're going to kick it back, just kick it out of bounds then.
No, come on, guys. This is Adriano's fault. Let's not blame it on William.
No,
But what I'm trying to say though is that yes, the guy falls, he goes out of bounds, they kick it out of bounds, or they give him back the ball, and what happens? What happens? They take the ball down, and Adriano goes to score. But if he would have kicked it and kept the possession exactly where it had to be, we wouldn't be talking about Adriano scoring.
And let's talk about it even worse after the Shakhtar coach tells his players, let Nordjylland score a goal. Adriano starts yelling at his guys, and he goes and wins the ball back. So he just added insult to injury.
But you know, I don't think it made a really big difference because Shakhtar won that game with 5-2.
But at that point, they were losing.
Yeah,
guys.
they were
That's
losing
big
2-1.
money. They got back in the game. Now they're qualifying for the next round.
It's
gonna stay on Adriano's resume for the rest of his life.
I don't think he's going to be in that team for a very long time. Let's leave it at that.
Anyway, somebody's going to buy him. Either way, somebody wants that.
Milan's going to get him on a free transfer.
All right, let's get on to a serious note, guys.
Sorry, guys. My partner Frank is just walking here in the back. I don't know if you heard the door. He's getting some bacala. Frank, show the bacala to the camera. We're gonna.
Special bacala, salata senza spine.
Bacala.
We have everything's live.
Adriano is the bacala of the week.
Frank, show che bello baccalà, ci avevamo qua per le feste.
Bacala of the
A
week.
classic
Adriano.
senza spine. 12.99 a kilo.
That was our little interruption of the Red Card Weekly. Thanks very much, Frank. Thanks for selling it all. Madonna che tuts.
On a serious note, guys, surprises and disappointments in this year's Champions League.
For surprises, I would probably say Malaga. Kudos to them. A team that was had some money invested by some oil money kings, and they actually pulled out, and they still managed. Now, I probably would have seen, which comes to my disappointment, disappointment isn't even at Zenit on mine, but I didn't see Malaga coming out of that group. I saw Milan finishing second, maybe Zenit finishing first, but yeah, definitely Malaga for me, big surprise.
They're playing attractive soccer.
They are. You know what? And even when they played at the San Siro, they didn't. You know, they really played the whole game. So yeah, kudos to Malaga.
And you, Steve?
For me, guys, I have to go again with Dortmund, and it's not just because they were in the group of death. Guys, I was just astonished that they finished top of the group with those millionaire clubs inside their group.
I think we're more surprised. We're not surprised at the quality of Dortmund. I think we're more surprised that they were able to take the game to all these teams.
absolutely.
Very, very good. No,
Guys, and I want to underline someone else. Porto, who gets stripped of all their talent year in, year out. Again, they qualify quickly and right away put the money in their pocket and let's go to the next
the
one.
last 2 years, Hulk and Falcao. Out.
Guys, is Shakhtar surprised that with Chelsea and Juve, they are actually the first team in that group to officially qualify? Is that a surprise, or we need to be a tough opponent, but to actually be the first team to qualify?
I think they're surprised. They're probably ecstatic that they're at this point.
Yeah.
But it's going to be hard for them in their cards are now revealed. You know that there's Adriano, William, and Fernandinho that they have to take care of. So the other teams are not going to be surprised that Shakhtar is
Shakhtar.
And disappointments, obviously Zenit, that spent a lot of money, total no-show.
I think there's, like we were talking a couple of weeks ago, there's just some problems probably in the dressing room and guys are not getting along, but definitely the result does not match what you see there on the field with this kind of team. And I feel bad for Spalletti because Spalletti probably is going to get the boot, and I do not think he deserves to get the boot.
Hopefully, he ends up back in Italy.
Speriamo, speriamo.
City, obviously, for 2 years in a row now, they get kicked out. But it's 2 years they're put in the group of death. But this year
They should, even though, let's just say they wouldn't have qualified this year, Francis, they should have done better than what the results that they pulled up against those
They had
teams.
to. They had to
All
pass
these
the group
ties,
stage.
they did have to pass the group stage definitely, or even go out with their heads up, held high, because this one year, man, every time they were down, they're trying to tie the game, and I don't know, they weren't convincing, and it's not the same Man City that I see playing
Guys,
in the Premiership.
they're bottom of the group. I know money is not an object for Man City, but guys, they're not even in Europa League. This is
They
very
might
bad.
settle that the last game. I'm not sure.
Anyways, we'll see what
We'll
happens
see.
there.
Right now, they're not in the Europa League.
Guys, quickly, Real Madrid, yes, they're qualifying to the next round. They haven't been that great, except for the first game against Manchester City. They haven't played great soccer.
But then again, when Mourinho had Inter never looked that spectacular, and look what they did. So Inter was never spectacular in the group
When we
stage.
smashed Barcelona 3-1.
In the group stage?
Oh, maybe not.
I said group stage. Mourinho, I think he's playing head games. He's making everybody believe, this and that. But the only person I was disappointed with and really like, Cristiano Ronaldo. Stop. Seriously, stop. Stop looking at the ref, crying, but this was a foul, and this is a foul. Stop. Seriously, it's because of these stupidities that they won't call stuff against you. And you know what? There was a lot of fouls that were actually real fouls. I'll even admit that, Cristiano. But you, con I capelli così, turning around and
Wait,
shut up.
Capelli così, first half.
First half, then I capello così, second half.
So the big game of this week, guys, we cannot talk about this week's Champions League without talking about Juventus smashing, let's repeat, smashing, totally outclassing Chelsea 3-0. This, to me, guys, it's a long time I haven't seen a great Italian performance like this. This is a classical result. Just like Milan had smashed Manchester United 3-0 3-4 years ago. I think this is in the same bracket.
Well, for me, like, I was talking to some Juventus fans. Juve played awesome. They controlled the whole game. But for me, the way I look at it the other way is that Chelsea did not show up at all. I watched the game twice.
What did we say last week? We were joking around. When we said, is Chelsea going to come to the Juventus Stadium and play like all the other teams? Guys, they came and they played scared.
They did.
But we stopped it right here. Juve was the far better team and they destroyed them in every facet of the game. They had no response for anything. For 0, they could not do nothing. Di Matteo, over his hand.
Rest in peace.
He had no answers, guys. He had no answers. He
There was
decided to
pressure.
start with no Torres up front,
Yeah.
which is a big
Yeah,
body,
Mata.
and we know the physicality of the Italian game. You know that they like to be physical, and you had Hazard, Oscar, and Mata up front, too small.
What I noticed too is that there was absolutely no pressure on the Juventus players. And you guys will even admit, I watched the game twice. Pirlo lost like 7 or 8 balls, and it didn't, you know what? It didn't matter because they got it right back. There was no pressure from Chelsea whatsoever. But yet I will reiterate, Juventus.
Oh, sorry,
played-
guys. Forza Cassano! Forza!
My partner's Bares, and he doesn't go for Milan or Bari, or he doesn't go for. He just
He
goes
goes
for
for
wherever.
Casano.
Casano. All right.
Anyway, so Di Matteo's possibly partly to blame, but really Chelsea was a no-show, which leads to Di Matteo getting fired midweek, being replaced by Benitez. Guys, what do you think about that?
This is the Roman way. Roman,
Abramovich.
if he doesn't get the results that he wants on any given day, your job is done.
But considering what Di Matteo did to this team, saved this team.
They did. Last year, you guys remember Chelsea? I think we're like 8th or 9th in the EPL. In Champions League, they were winning, but not convincingly. You know what? I could understand. They hadn't won a game, I believe, in 8 Chelsea 8 or 9 games. But you need to. I'm not. You know what? Probably not the best example to take, but Milan. We could have got rid of Allegri a long time ago. But you know what? You need to try to prevail, and we had a really bad team. Chelsea. Roman, you had to at least go to the FIFA Club World Cup, man. Come on. And look at what happened today. I don't know if you guys saw Dan Nixon put up on our page. The fans booing Benitez on the 16th minute. Standing ovation for
Di Matteo's number at Chelsea.
This is number, you know. And I really, and Di Matteo, what does he say? It's been an honor to coach Chelsea. Disappointed for the guy, yes. Surprised from him getting fired? Not at all. Not at all.
Listen, Di Matteo, let's face it, Chelsea finished 5th last year because they won the Champions League. They were brought back into the Champions League, so that's
Tottenham
big
gets
money
brought,
also. They get, okay, Di Matteo gets fired. Chelsea are not out officially. They're going to Denmark, which they'll probably win.
Yeah.
Juve still needs to get a result in
No,
Ukraine against Shakhtar.
Chelsea's playing at home.
Yes.
Chelsea's playing at
Yes,
home.
they'll probably win. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
But Juve needs to get a result. So what I'm saying is Chelsea's not. They're not kicked out of the group.
They should have.
That's what I'm saying. Why is Di Matteo getting kicked out?
Guys, this is again, it's the Roman way. He's a very impulsive man.
Yeah, but a lot of choices, guys. He brings Benitez.
Guys, he
Mado.
doesn't. It's not for him. It's an owner that gets involved too much in the everyday workings of a football club. There's no point for him to get rid of Di Matteo.
No.
One, he won you the Champions League, like we said. Two, he's a Chelsea legend. He played for your club, so he sacrificed for your club. Whether you were there when he sacrificed or not, he's always a Chelsea legend, and the fans proved it today.
Oh, yeah.
And now what he does is the ultimate mistake. Rafa Benitez, and we were saying
On an
didn't he-
18 month,
because
interim.
he wants entertainment soccer.
Well, Benitez won't bring that.
He won't
Obviously,
bring that at all.
Benitez is not bringing that, so
Anyways,
We're questioning
what,
the choice.
what was going through his head? Solo Senor and Roman know what was going
talking
through his
about
head.
coaches getting fired, the coach of the Brazil national team, Menezes, gets fired, which are leading to other questions. No, the big question, Pep is going everywhere, guys,
Yeah.
which will bring our question of the week.
Stramaccioni is going to coach the Brazil.
Stramaccioni
He's
staying
going
at
to Inter and Brazil. at the
and he'll
same
win a
time.
Champions League within the next 3 years.
Okay.
But let's talk about Pep. Vince, the question of the week.
Question of the week, guys, and we're going to try to form it into a survey. Thank you very much. I was going to say sondage. Survey. Where do you guys think Pep Guardiola is going to end up on his next job? Will it be Brazil? Will it be Chelsea? Will he take over for Sir Alex Ferguson at Manchester United? Or will he come to our beloved Milan?
And
Yeah, you know
Manchester
what,
City. Don't forget Manchester
There's even
City.
Manchester. So you know what? Let's go with City, Brazil, Milan, or what would you say?
Chelsea.
Chelsea. Let's those four. We'll see what everybody answers. Just gotta click. You don't have to answer.
Quickly, you guys, what do you think? Brazil, do you think it's possible? You think Pep Guardiola in Brazil, that he sees the players once every 6 weeks, can implement his style and
I don't think he's going to Brazil. Honestly, forget that I'm a Milanese. I think he's coming to Milan. I think Silvio's got a plan. Some people already.
you're still dreaming in Pellegrino, Vince?
He's got. I'm here live on Red Card Weekly. I will bet you
A bottle of grappa.
A bottle of grappa.
Yes, bottle of grappa, right here. Bottle of grappa.
That he's gonna end up. That he's gonna end up
You have
in
Milan,
Milan.
I have the field.
Huh?
You have Milan, I have the field.
Okay, so it should be 2 bottles of grappa for me and 1 for you.
We'll say that one.
Okay, we'll settle after. I think, guys, it's inevitable. The Sheiks are gonna spill the cash. He's going to Man City.
Chic money right here.
Anyways,
Set it for
guys, I think Manchester United. I think Ferguson, it's over at the end of the year, is not saying anything.
Mourinho's not gonna go to Manchester United.
No, I think he might go to City, actually, Mourinho.
Mourinho's gonna go to City.
Maybe we're back at Chelsea.
You're so
I don't see him at Manchester United.
Sei deluso.
Maybe.
È strepitoso.
Okay, guys, we don't have much time left. Let us know what you think.
Yeah, we're
And
gonna put that up.
finally, we'll finish the show with our red cards of the week. Steve, your red card of the week?
Red card of the week, it goes to Roman from Chelsea. Roman, please. You went through Avram Grant, Carletto,
Carletto,
AVB,
AVP,
Scolari,
Scolari,
Di Matteo.
e sono 5.
Goose Eating.
Gosiric was there too.
Who's eating?
Ma facciamo una mischiatura, no?
I don't know if he's going with the United Nations of Coaches, guys. Now we have Benitez, he's a Spaniard. What are we missing?
Ci mandiamo uno.
We had Mourinho there, he was Portuguese.
Yeah, AVP was Portuguese. We need somebody from the Ukraine.
No.
The Ukrainian coach. Yeah.
Anyways, my red card goes to that. It's unfair to treat a coach like that who gave you so much.
But to his credit, every time you fired a coach that came in, he managed to get some results, yes?
Out of fear. Out of fear.
All right, my red card of the week goes to Roberto Mancini that says that Balotelli could be as good as Messi.
If he concentrates only on soccer.
Don't get me wrong, Balotelli is a great, great player,
Yeah.
but Messi could be the greatest player of all time. Now you're comparing Balotelli to Messi.
You know what he meant. You
No, I don't know what he meant because Balotelli wasn't even dressed midweek.
Because he went out.
I don't even know who he is.
He
I don't
went
know
out. because he went out the night before, and Mancini goes, "You went out partying."
So
He's
you
staying-
punish him and now you want to tap him on the back. Baldo,
He's
I still
trying
love
to
him. I don't know.
Guys,
Uh,
Mancini
very
is not
good.
the man for the Manchester City project. So.
No, you don't
Not
think
going
so.
to Manchester City? I'm not sure. All right. Vince, this week?
I'm coming back with my 2 yellows.
All right, let's go.
My first yellow card of the week is to the Nordsjælland players against Luis Adriano of Shakhtar. Guys, yellow card to Luis Adriano? No. Yellow card to the defenders and the goalie that let him walk in and do absolutely. Take the guy out with some tackles in the thighs. You're gonna see he's not gonna do that anymore. Okay? So yellow card to those guys there.
But Danish people are friendly people. I know they're Vikings, but lately they've been friendly.
Take him out!
All right.
Take him out!
Your
My second yellow
Yeah.
card goes to my co-host Francis Kolojak.
For what?
Why?
I supported your team this week. I'm
Why?
embarrassed to say it. I supported Milan. This
Francis, you lost 3-0 to Rubin Kazan. It's okay, guys, you and Steve. We weren't planning on finishing first anyhow.
No. That's
How
all I
does that
said.
make any sense? We weren't planning to finish first.
You shot yourself in the mouth.
Yeah,
You did. You want to take out the message right now?
No, that's fine. I said we were already qualified. Stramaccioni midweek said it. We're going with a young team. We're experimenting some players, and people need a rest. Okay, the important thing is we're going next round. That's it.
We don't
It's
want to
not
finish
a
first. We don't want to finish first. We want to face the hardest team in the next
Okay,
That's okay.
Europa
It's okay.
League. There's no.
You usually have good
second.
comebacks. Usually have good
No,
comebacks,
no.
but this one here was
You
absolutely
guys are
horrible.
just picking on things.
Okay, okay.
Unexpected win. Win the
Stramaccioni.
Russia. Come
Okay,
on.
Stramaccioni.
No. Anyways.
Are you doing the meringue?
This-
Actually, Vince, I'm
I'm
disappointed in your yellow cards this week.
No, your yellow
Usually,
card.
more bite this week is a bit flat.
No, actually, no. That was pretty bad.
Anyways,
because
hopefully tomorrow Inter wins and we're back in the race.
Forza Parmalat.
Once again, thank you to my Milanista friends, and we'll see you next week. With
Next week, next week. Next week, without the mustache. November is over,
Guys,
guys.
you know what that bacala was.
It's Christmas time!
Bacala.
Bacala.
Ciao, guys.
Ciao, guys.
Ciao.